Welcome back. In this lecture, you are going to learn how to boost your post on Instagram, meaning how to do paid advertising. Normally, when you create content, you are going to be limited by the algorithm of how much reach you're going to get and how many people that's going to see it. But if you want to go beyond the algorithm, you can pay to do so, and that's called paid advertising. And we're going to do that by boosting our post. So let me show you how this works. Now, starting off on our Instagram, all we need to do is first of all choose a post, and I'm gonna choose this one. Do note that if it's scheduled, you can't boost it, but I've removed the schedule for this one, so I can boost it. Then I'm gonna click on where it says boost post, just like this. Now you can connect it to Meta, but you don't have to, so I'm gonna cancel this. And then we're gonna get this simple interface because boosting your post is a very simple thing to do. Now you have three options. You can get more profile visits, you can get more website visits, or you can get more messages. Now understand, if you have a small audience, which probably is the case right now for you, you are gonna want to have more profile visits. The reason for that is it's easier for you to get those profile visits and start building that relationship. Yes, the end goal is to get more website visits and have people buy your product. That is always the end goal with your marketing, but that is not going to be feasible for a cold audience. You need to build that relationship. So the easiest first step is to get more profile visits, have them enjoy your content, and then start building a relationship with those people, and then down the line turn them from audience into customers. So I recommend starting off with more profile visits. Then I'm gonna click on next. Now, when it comes to defining your audience, you're gonna get to do automatic, or you might actually have an audience created for you, or you're gonna get to create your own. Now, this one wasn't created for me, I have created it myself. If you have at least 1,000 followers on your Instagram, you can go with automatic, because that means that the algorithm is pretty good at understanding who your audience is and what they're looking for. So that means that it can look at your audience and then match people who are similar to your audience, which means that they're going to be interested in your content and in the product and service that you're selling, etc. But if you have a smaller audience, less than 1,000 followers, you're going to want to create your own, because right now the algorithm isn't going to be very good because it doesn't know what you're all about. So we're gonna go down to create your own and click there. And now we're gonna set an audience name. In this case, I'm gonna pretend like this post is for a digital marketing workshop. So I'm gonna write the name digital marketing. Now I'm gonna put the location, and the location I'm gonna write United States, just because from my experience, the people from the US are more interested in what I have to offer. Now, what you choose here is gonna depend on your brand and the market research that you have done. So don't just follow me on every step. You need to have your own market research and your own basic understanding of your audience. And if you don't, you need to use a buyer persona to sort of estimate, okay, who do I think my audience is, and work from those assumptions, and then through the analytics later on get more and more accurate data. So then I'm gonna click on done, and as you can see, we have right now between 218 and 257 million people targeted, and that's a lot. We generally want to be around 20,000 for this, and the reason for that is we want to be very niched. The more niched we are and the more specific, the more likely it is that they will be interested in our profile and our content, and more likely to become a part of our audience, and then more likely to be converted into a customer down the line. So this is a good start. And then interest, this is where the magic happens. There are different interests you can go for. If I would just go for a broad interest, let's say digital marketing, like this would be way too broad. Still, as you can see, 38.1 million to 44, almost 45 million. That's a big audience. Instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove digital marketing, and I'm going to be using a person. Now, there's a great digital marketer called Neil Patel. I know that he focuses a lot on SEO, and the workshop I'm going to be doing here is going to be a lot about SEO as well. So I'm going to search for Neil Patel, and there he is, and I'm gonna target him. And as you can see, we just lowered the size of our audience big time, because now we're targeting his audience. And if you're offering something similar, you know that if they're interested in Neil Patel, they're going to be interested in what I have to offer here as well, because our products are going to be very, very similar. So that's a great way to do your targeting. Find a competitor who's offering something very similar to you and target that competitor. But it's still a little bit too big, so I'm going to go down to age and gender, and now right now it's between 18 and 65, and that's fine. But I want to think who is the most likely to be a dedicated audience and who is most likely to become a customer down the line. Generally, people who are around 18 years old don't have the money to pursue it, and people who are above you, let's say 50, 60, are going to generally don't develop the sort of appetite to take it far enough. Now, this is all assumptions. Of course, your market research might say something else. So I'm gonna bump this up to, let's say, in this case 20, and I'm gonna lower this to 40. Now we have a much smaller audience size. It's between 13.3 thousand to 15.7 thousand, much better. I'm gonna target men and women because in my opinion, digital marketing is not limited to a gender, even though sometimes we see a dominance for men. But for now, I'm gonna use both. I'm gonna click on done, and then I'm gonna click on done up here. Now it's called digital marketing. This is what I created before, but do note that in order to keep a better eye on your audiences, I might want to call this, say, Neil Patel, just like this. And then I'm gonna click on done. And then I'm gonna click on next. And now for your budget, this is an important strategy that I strongly recommend that you use. Regardless of your budget, it can be from $1 a day all the way to $1,000 a day. And you can go from 1 day all the way to 30 days or just run it till you pause it. What I recommend you do is if you have a smaller budget, or even regardless of the size of your budget, use it for a longer duration of time and spend less money each day. So let's say that you have a budget of $30, then just spend $1 a day for 30 days. The reason I recommend this is because when you start getting this additional exposure and you start getting these comments on your content, more people following and interacting with you, if you can spend that time to interact back with your audience, you're gonna hook that audience and make them into long-term followers and build a relationship. Now, if you should do something reverse, let's say that you decide to do 5 days and you decide to do, let's say, a budget of $7 a day. That means you're gonna get a much bigger influx of people coming to your profile, commenting on your content, interacting with you, but you're not gonna have enough time to interact with all of them and actually keep them into your long-term audience. This is gonna be so important because you want to build a relationship with all of the new people coming to your channel. This is how you get long-term followers, and this is how you're gonna turn them into actual customers. So I strongly recommend that you spend less every day and do it for a longer duration of time. And for all of the new interaction you're getting, make sure that you hook them and you build a relationship with them. This is long-term thinking, very important. And then the next thing, just click on next, and then you're gonna get to preview your ad. Now, if I check it out in the feed, for example, you're gonna see that up here it says sponsored. That means that this isn't organic content, this is paid content. This is sponsored content that's gonna show up beyond the algorithm because you paid for it. And as you're gonna notice, it says visit Instagram profile because that's the objective that we chose. And that's gonna be very important to, again, get that interaction, allow you to interact back with them, build a relationship, etc. It's strongly what I recommend. So then I'm just gonna go back. You can check this out too, but you don't have to preview them. You know what they're gonna look like pretty much. Go down to where it says payment, set up your payment method. We're not gonna do that on the video. And then all you need to do is just boost posts, and then you're all good to go. After a few days, once you started getting some data, just click on the post itself and then click on view insights. And in here, you're gonna get all of the data of the interactions that people have with your post from you boosting it. So this can be very important data. But in the next lecture, we are going to be going through the analytics and insights so that you know what to look for, what they mean, and what to do when you get a certain type of interaction. So well done making it this far. See you in the next lecture.